And right now, Detroit Assistant Police Chief James White joins us live from our Cube, our downtown studio.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Now today. First of all, is this body camera plan something you really want to do, or is this kind of like, this is the movement, better get aboard now?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. No, it's something we want to do, and we're very excited about it, and we're very proud of our officers for wanting to do it, for bringing it to management and embracing the notion of transparency.
You ran a 90-day test, we understand, with 20 different officers. What was their overall thoughts on wearing those cameras?
Well, overall, the response is positive. You know, we learned a lot of things using the cameras. We learned some of the technology pieces that we need to make the usability for the officers easier, to make the transition from one piece of equipment to another piece of equipment a lot easier. So we learned a lot in the 90-day trial.
So, Chief, explain to us then how this works then. This is an integrated system where the body cameras work with the dash cams, and then the officers, I assume, record virtually everything and then take it back to the station with them. How does this all work?
Absolutely. One of the key factors for us with this technology was integration. Being able to go from in-car video usage to body cameras from a specific point of view of the officer. One of the things that some of the earlier body cameras showed was that there was a need to be able to capture the whole 360 image of an encounter with police. So what we're looking for is a seamless transition from in-car video use to an on-body video use.
You know, honestly...
And then that information would be captured. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I'm sorry. To that end, to talk about the integration between the dash cam and the body cameras. We found it, I think, very disappointing today and very surprising, a lot of people did, to hear that currently only about 50% of patrol cars have working dash cameras. Yeah,
that's correct. About 50%, and that's due in part to a lot of the technology problems that we've had, and not just the Detroit Police Department, but many agencies around the country. You know, cars go through a lot of vigorous driving, you know, a lot of use, and the cameras run, you know, 24 hours a day for us, 7 days a week. So the technology has grown in the field, and we're looking to move towards some of the new advancements in the technology. Some of the old technology did not meet the mark as we wanted it to.
Now, everybody from the president on down to the guy on the street all think this is a great idea to put cameras on officers. What do the officers think about it after your test program? How does this affect your officers?
Well, you know, as I indicated earlier, you know, we're unique. We're very proud of our officers. Our officers brought this to us. This is not something that we're imposing on them. This is something that a group of our officers said, hey, let's take a look at this, you know, and certainly as management we support it. We want to be a transparent agency. You know, that's been Chief Craig's mantra since he arrived in Detroit 2 years ago. You know, let's be transparent, let's be open, and I don't think there's any better way to serve the community than to let the community see what we do every day.
And just as we wrap up, cost here, will taxpayers be footing the bill for this, and do we know how much these cameras will cost?
Well, there will be a significant cost involved, but we are looking to supplement some of the costs with some grant funding. As recent as today, there was some grant opportunities announced, and we're already in queue to acquire at least one grant and possibly two to offset some of the overall costs.
Detroit Assistant Police Chief James White, thank you so much for taking the time to explain how this program is going to work, and how soon are we going to say all of these in on all officers?
Well, we will start our initial pilot program with the integration in the next 60 to 90 days, so late fall, early winter, and then early next year we will start outfitting the officers, about 100 at a time with the cameras.
Full implementation, I believe, in 3 years, I've read. So thank you. Assistant Police Chief, we appreciate your time this afternoon.
Yes, thank you for having me.